Recently, I found myself having a few conversations on the topic of legalism. And in one of those conversations, I was sharing my thoughts on how I think it may come to be that someone gets to be a legalist. And I'd like to share some of those thoughts with you at this time now in this video. So, what is legalism in the church? Well, off the top of my head, loosely defining it, I would say it's an environment that is very rigid, very strict. Instead of sharing one's beliefs, it feels more like they are being enforced. Now, I want to clear something up right away. I'm not referring to like if someone did something very serious, for example, committing adultery or anything else that's straight up contrary to the Word of God. I'm not saying that discipline is legalism. That's not it. That's another conversation. That can be another video, maybe, possibly. And so I just want to make clear that's not what I'm talking about. I am talking about those things that may be more along the lines of traditions, customs, culture, and some other things that, you know what, maybe even the Bible, but taken in a way that it shouldn't be, to levels it shouldn't be, in terms of rigidness and sort of just forcing. Now, I don't believe that there's anybody out there that wants to be a legalist. In fact, I'm pretty sure most, if not all of them that are legalists, I'm pretty sure they're not even aware that they don't realize that they are. Now, what I do think is that when somebody is getting to know the Word of God, entering into the church, learning all these things, and I've seen it in Bible studies many times, it's a very special feeling where there's like the light bulb turning on moment, where people get to see things that they didn't see before, understand and learn things that they didn't know before. And there is excitement. It's an authentic joy, and it's really special to be able to witness those moments. They come into the church and then they're learning new things, putting new lifestyles into practice, and it's really all a joy. The person, they are growing. Soon they may decide that they want to join that church that they've been studying with for X amount of time. And when they do, they're going to start to meet people. They're going to start to make their observations. And they're going to realize that not everybody is putting into practice everything they know or everything that person may think that they know. They may go ahead and start to notice some inconsistencies. And it may not even be limited to the church, because sometimes it can be directed towards their old friend circle. You know, this person has learned a lot. They've made a few adjustments in their lives, and then they want to go ahead and share these changes and these wonderful news with other people that don't yet know it. But something that is missed is that perhaps as they are sharing in their excitement, they are hoping that the friend that's not in church and doesn't know these things, that they can grasp these concepts, these things that they've learned that has taken them months, maybe even years actually, and they want that person to go ahead and apply that right away. What took them, let's go ahead and say 8 months to learn, they want the other person to go ahead and put it into practice in 8 minutes. Does that sound fair to you? Or how about this? Does this sound or look like anything you've ever witnessed before? And it can happen, well, in the church as well. When somebody joins, they may be held to the expectations that people who have been there 30, 40, 50 years, it can work that way. You might have seen it before. What is also curious is that these same people may soon forget the grace, the patience, the forgiveness that they had received. The times that, as the Bible would say in the book of Acts, the times that God winked at their ignorance, the mistakes that they made because they just didn't know better yet. And so this forgotten grace turns into a missed opportunity sometimes when somebody's trying to share their faith, because all of that patience that they had received during the many months and years of their own development, it may be that they are not exercising or sharing that same patience. You know, it may be at about this time where this particular Bible verse makes all the more sense. Listen.
The greater my wisdom, the greater my grief. To increase knowledge only increases sorrow. Ecclesiastes 1:18.
Legalism, it exists. It prevents growth. It discourages people from continuing to want to come to church. It gives a bad impression. So, what can we do about it? In his letter to the 7 churches, John the Revelator writes some very interesting things to the church of Ephesus. When you have a free moment, check it out.